Hey, what's going on, guys? You're now watching the greatest channel that has ever existed. My name is Bitcoin Benito, and I truly appreciate you guys for being here with me. Today, we have a very special guest. Nakamoto is here with us. I love his channel. That's why I invited him here. Let him present himself.
Yeah. Hey, guys. This is Nakamoto Crypto. Been in crypto for about 6-7 years, and yeah, channel's been up for 4 years now, since June 2020. Crypto enthusiast mainly, trying to figure my way out in this crypto land mainly.
Yeah. Okay, awesome, nice. Yeah, I started my channel too, like August 2020, September 2020. So I'm doing the channel. At first, it was kind of slow. You know how hard it is with YouTube. You do a video once a week or once a month, but eventually you start doing more and more. So yeah,
it's not easy, especially with full time. Trying to navigate time and cutting videos and going live, and it's a big journey. So you're 2017 pretty much.
Yeah. It is crazy. How'd you get started in crypto? Speaking of which.
So sometimes in 2016, right, towards the end of it, right, I'm doing Shopify, drop shipping, all of this stuff that I was looking into, and then I ended up on eBay. So there's a guy that I was doing buy and sell products, small products where you do the middleman drop shipping stuff, where you set up the website, you get the product and then you ship it to the customer. The guy told me, hey, I can pay you in Bitcoin. I said, what is Bitcoin? What's that stuff? So he said, okay, set up this wallet here. It's called the blockchain.com wallet at the time. And he says, you can redeem it at this website called localbitcoin.com. I said, bro, I'm on the other side of the world. I'm not in the US. And he goes, look, just set up the wallet and then copy the address, and then I will show you. Within minutes, I received like $20 worth of Bitcoin. So he paid me. I said, okay, now how do I turn this into real money? So he says, okay, he showed me the steps and how you withdraw it into real cash with your bank account on local Bitcoin. And I just got fascinated with it. I said, this is even faster, because come on. Normally, when I was doing Shopify and stuff, if I get paid, I don't receive the money for another week because of, banking system, IBM, how they set up their IBNs. And, if you're on the other side of the world, it's kind of like a Western Union kind of thing. If someone sends you money, like if you was to send money in Africa, it'll take days before it get there. Back then, it was 2-3 days before they even received it. Bitcoin, it took minutes, and that's what got me hooked. I'm like, what is this Bitcoin stuff? So I started looking into it, and eventually I went over to YouTube. I found different channels of people talking about Bitcoin. Yeah, there it is. That's the that's the OG. That's local Bitcoin. Yeah. So within minutes, it's fascinating. So then I'm like, what is this stuff? I started looking into it, and then it turned into me reading the Satoshi's white paper and how he called upon first principle. I'm like, man, this been on since 2009 and I never heard of it. And I was just kicking myself in the teeth. But, became a pro Bitcoiner just like everybody else. And then eventually it led me into XRP. When I was looking into XRP, it was like March, April 2021. But then I was watching the conservative YouTubers. This is the reason why I did not buy XRP when it was at 0.002 in January of 2017, because I was watching conservative. Yeah, because I was watching conservative Bitcoiners. They were telling us, yo, this is shitcoin. Even Ethereum, I looked at it, it was $25, $30 at the time, And conservative Bitcoiners were telling me, yo, Bitcoin is at $300, $400. You might want to get it. This is going to 50,000 and all this other stuff. And I just kept DCAing a little bit into Bitcoin. Sometimes I'll put in $20, $30 a week and stuff. And then eventually, towards the middle of the year, I still didn't touch no altcoin. This is like XRP was only on the market. Ethereum was on the market. Litecoin and Dash and all of these ones were in their infancy, just coming up. This is Ethereum's first cycle, the 10,000x way. I missed on all of that. And then by July, I'm like, let me look back into crypto, see what's going on. This is where I found Trayvon's channel and CG, and they were talking about BitConnect. And then once I seen a video of CG back then explaining BitConnect and how you can actually earn passive income on your Bitcoin, I'm like, okay, this is where I want to put my Bitcoin now. Yeah. And eventually it led me into putting more money into BitConnect. I'm like, look, I'm earning 1% a day, sometimes 0.5% a day. And I start watching their live shows and eventually got into the passive income route, and then just boom, stuff started to work. You can withdraw, and then all of a sudden towards the end of the year, that's how I missed the market, because I was busy doing those ones like Laser Online, because I wanted to find more. Now got into Laser Online, BitPetite, if you remember BitPetite back then.
Yeah, I think
Those
so, yeah.
those websites that only last 15 days and then they rug.
Yeah.
So I got burnt with those ones a lot, and then it was a big life lesson, learning experiment. And eventually in January 2018, when Bitcoin peaked in like December, and then altcoin cycle started, boom. But during the end of the year, as the websites were rugging, I'm like, okay, I need to find somewhere else now. And I start looking into the alternative coins. But then I'm like, okay, I already missed out on Ethereum. It's nearly at $800 now. XRP is going up. What else to look at? I start checking on ICOs. So when I look into the ICOs, I found stuff like Electronium and all these other ones, and many websites that were, many crypto projects that were promising great things. And then I started putting a little bit of money into them, and eventually market crashed, by March 2018, lost everything, didn't know what I was doing, and then have to restart at zero again.
Yeah, I feel like everyone has the same exact story almost, especially at the beginning. You hear about crypto, you think, oh, maybe it's that good of a deal. Although you like crypto from the very beginning, right? Because you received that $20 immediately.
Yes.
When did you start investing in it? You said the end of 2017. When did you start investing a lot of money in it?
Early 2017, but mainly on Bitcoin. I was just the wallet that I set up on blockchain.com. That's the one I was putting in $20, $30 here and there. And as Bitcoin was going up, I started getting into BitConnect, and eventually all of that Bitcoin I was just putting into BCC, because I was watching Trayvon and them go live and talk about BitConnect, and every now and then they would bring up Bitcoin, but the idea was just to multiply your. It's like I was being greedy pretty much. I was like, yo, I'm too late. Bitcoin it was $300 one time, and then by July it's like first time it hit 1,000, and this was historical. And then it kept going up towards the end of the year, and I'm like, okay, I need to find a faster way to get more Bitcoin before this thing goes up. But eventually it was too good to be true. But then you learn, you live and learn.
You do. Yeah, so that's the crazy part about Bitcoin. It goes up and down in cycles. The first time it crashed, or I guess was that 2018. You said it went from a few $100s to 19,000 is where it peaked in December 20. What did you do in 2018 as it was crashing? Like, did you keep hope alive? Did you think it would come back, or you were just like, okay, I'm done.
Mistake. That's the mistake I made. Yeah. No one taught me, yo, you have to convert it into Tether. This is when I find out how important stable coins are.
Yes.
When the market peaks, you're supposed to convert no matter what your money into the stable coins to lock in your profits. There was a YouTuber that was preaching that back then, but I didn't watch him as much, but I started watching him later on. He's called The Modern Investor, the dope channel. He mainly does news and all this other stuff. So as I started listening to him, he started breaking down certain things like why stable coins are important in the market and whatnot. So you kind of live and learn, like, okay, this is what I should have done when the market was peaking. So I can lock in my profits. At least they stay in stables. As you watch the market crash down, you can buy back at the bottom. Nobody taught us that. Yeah. No one taught us that.
This is his channel, actually. Yeah, Modern Investor, right?
Yeah, TMI. Yeah, OG. Good channel, man. I still listen to him to this day.
Yeah, he has a lot of subscribers. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So he only talks about Bitcoin, or he talks about others other?
Now he talks about altcoins and whatnot, but in the beginning of his channel, he was just, you know, same like all of us, pro Bitcoiner. But
Yeah.
you know, he gave a lot of alpha in his videos. Like in the middle of his videos, he mainly covers news articles, but then
Right.
he would break them down so well and then put his opinion and analysis in the market, and then he would talk about the importance of just locking in your profits and market crashing and all these other things, and how do you save yourself from crashes and whatnot. And
Yeah.
yeah, it helped me a lot. So from that journey, this eventually led me onto Cardano and whatnot.
Okay. So what would you say is your favorite coin right now that you're heavily invested in, that you're looking to see
Right, right
profits?
now I'm yeah, right now I'm heavy on DeFi. You know, the likes of Zen, the likes of Pulsechain, and
Okay.
you can even argue TitanX and put them in there, because what I
Yeah.
realize is stuff like that in their infancy, within their first 2-3 year cycles, you get the most gains out of it, even though they are way more riskier. Like something like Bitcoin and Ethereum and Cardano, they're already heavy. Their market cap is within the billions. They already
Right.
experience multiple cycles. So you're not gonna get like in 2019 when I was buying Cardanos at 2-3 cents, you know, 4 cents, 5 cents. Those days are gone. Like you're not gonna have Cardano at 2 cents again, going back up to $3. You know,
Right.
it's heavy already, but you can try and find the next Cardano. That's the idea. That's why people are saying Zen 10,000x. It's not necessarily gonna go there, but if you
Yeah.
get 100x, 200x, or the same reversal that we had last year in 2023 April, if it goes back up to those levels, it could be life-changing for many people. So
Yes.
that's why I'm looking for the next big thing.
Yeah. That's the same thing too. You learned your lesson, I guess, in 2021? I guess you did Cardano in
Yes.
2021, and then you made
Yeah,
money from there.
I did 2020. That's when I went in heavy on Cardano. So that's when, if you watch my channel, the very first video of it was me covering Cardano. It was at 8 cents. And I'm
Okay.
telling people, please get it. I'm telling family members, everybody, just jump in, just jump in. There's a guy named Engine Man. He often comes on my channel. He had a bit of money in there, and he started watching my channel, and he just went all in on Cardano. And by September 21, that's when he made his first $1 million. So
Wow.
that's when my portfolio went from only a few thousand to $100,000 and above, almost 200K. This is when I
Yeah.
made off of Cardano and Dogecoin alone. I used to
Right.
show my older videos used to show a wallet of Dogecoin that had like 250,000 Doge in it. Back then it was like 0.007, you know, under a penny.
Yeah. It's so
Yeah.
crazy how ridiculous it changes. It goes from where people don't care about it at all, kind of like right now, not that many regular people, I mean, don't care about
Yes.
crypto at all. And then every 4 years,
Yeah.
right, because it's written in the code to have the halvening happen every 4 years, then people rush into it and they don't know that this is the time to be investing into the small coins. And maybe even normal
Yeah.
people now will invest in Bitcoin or they'll invest in Ethereum and they can maybe double their money or triple their money. But that's not the
Yeah.
right way to do it. That's why I always come out with these videos. You need to start investing in the small coins, like you said, right? Zen or
Yeah.
TitanX, or do you have Pulsechain? Do you do Pulsechain?
Yes, yeah, definitely, man. I missed out on Hex big time,
Yeah.
because after
Same
BitConnect, I was like, yeah, we need to find the next thing. So Cardano was it for me, but if I just put in a little bit into Hex, I would have been well off right now. But
right.
I went all in on Cardano, but which turned out good. You know, it's not as good as the Hex gains, but it did well. But yeah. I'm not gonna miss out on Chain, but just this time around, you know,
Yeah.
with
And
this lawsuit and everything, yeah.
yeah, the lawsuit is slowing the price down, I guess you would say. But the community of Pulsechain is so crazy that they're so loyal that I don't see them dying anytime soon. Like
Yeah.
even right
Hey,
now,
man,
I guess
it's a
yeah, the past
cult. It's a cult-like mentality. Yeah.
is literally a cult. Yes. The
Yeah,
past 2 weeks,
because
10%.
the reason being is like you can't really blame them. Like the guy, he the only founder that really approached people that says, yo, forget the technology, forget all of this. Do you want to make money in crypto?
Right.
And then people say, yeah. He's like, okay, I got a coin that can do 10,000x within the first 2 years, just like Ethereum did. He modeled it after Ethereum and called it Bitcoin on Ethereum. That's literally what Hex is.
Yeah.
So with the tokenomics, he knew fundamentals and everything. Richard has been in the market since 2010 or 13 or whenever. He's an OG. So whatever he did, it worked. And it just kept on going up and up to the 10,000x. You know, that's why the Pulsechain community is not giving up. And he did it like centralized exchanges. They could have helped him. This is where I criticize him a lot. Like he could have been at least friends with them and get listed, because where I was coming from is like, we get it. We don't like centralization. All of us like self-custody, decentralized, all this stuff. But I remember Cardano's biggest news on 2021 was when it was listed on Coinbase. Right. You know, on a centralized exchange. This is what took us from like pennies to $2 without smart contracts. So if Hex had that narrative and those many friends on the centralized world, and just say, yo, just list us there. We might not even use you, but just list us there, because these centralized exchanges, a large amount of users come through crypto from them, you know? Yeah, if he marketed himself that way, it would have been genius, but it still worked. He was on decentralized exchanges, mainly Uniswap, and he did it by himself. You know, we all know, you know, but if he had help, if he had like the Dogecoin wave, like what Elon did, Hex would have been at least at $50 a coin or something.
Yeah, I think that's his just his personality. Even remember, he was doing outrage marketing where he'll buy Gucci, Louis, Prada purses. He'll carry like 3 purses at the same time just to show off. And I guess he, the good thing about him is that everything that he says is, or mostly what he says is true and is correct. But he also has people that don't like him. I guess he rubs their elbows the wrong way. So because of that, a lot of exchanges didn't let him have their coin. Even right now, Uniswap doesn't officially support Pulsechain, I don't think, or do they support Hex? Yeah, they don't support Hex.
They don't support Ethereum Hex anymore. It's ironic because Ethereum Hex is what made them famous, actually.
Exactly.
Because I remember in the DeFi craze of 2020, DeFi summer, this was June, July, and when Uniswap was just beginning to take off, that's when they did their airdrop. You know, everyone received 400 uni initially, and then some people had 1,000 uni. Yeah, if you was using it between January and June that year, you got airdropped a lot of uni tokens. Hex was the most popular token back then.
Yep.
They made Uniswap famous. Yeah, that was the only community that was supporting Uniswap, because everybody else was just doing Bitcoin or stay away from MetaMask, a lot of scams and all this stuff.
Hex was like, I think that one of the first 20 coins that was ever on Uniswap. So it made it so popular. So the fact that they're banning it now is just craziness. And it's not even based on any concrete evidence. It's still going through trial right now. I thought you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, but they didn't want to wait. They just ended, which is very, I don't know, it's very
he's gonna walk out of court. He will win that case, you know, because of the self-custody that he pushes and the decentralization. Now his stuff may look centralized because he controls large amount of the coin. I think this is what spoofed Binance and CZ from listing him on CoinMarketCap properly, because they feared that, yo, if people find out someone owns all the coins on Hex, the OA is the reason why people got scared and nobody really got in, you know. But if you look away from that, the decentralization aspect of it, he always supports self-custody and all this other stuff.
Yeah. Do you also have some other coins on the Pulsechain network? Like me, I have some Xen on Pulsechain. In case people don't know, Pulsechain is pretty much a copy of Ethereum. They copy and pasted the Ethereum chain onto its own self as Pulsechain. So any coins that existed on Ethereum, I think it was before April 2023, March 2023, was automatically copied onto the Pulsechain chain, and then Pulsechain came out May of 2023. So do you have any other coins? I have Zen personally, and I think I have a little bit of Chainlink on the Pulsechain. But
Yeah,
do you
same.
have any?
𝐿, yeah, 𝐿𝐷.
Okay. Shiba
Yeah,
Inu.
Shiba Inu on Pulsechain, and Pepe. I got some Pepe on Pulsechain, and mainly DB_Zen, really.
Yeah,
DB_Zen, because of that passive income you can get. Every couple of days you have a few 100,000 Pulse tokens for free just from staking your DXN. That's the dope mechanism, man. Shout out to Raz, for doing that. That contract is still lasting. People don't talk about it as much, but you still earn Pulsechain. You can burn your Zen on Pulse. And also, don't forget Zen on Pulsechain as well. That could be huge.
Yeah, exactly. I think the reason why people are not really talking about DB_Zen is because the Zen price is not doing that well right now. X1, I know Jack Levin, the creator of Zen, he said he was going to come out with a new chain and a new token called X1. It was supposed to come out this year. It still hasn't come out yet. So I'm guessing it's going to come out maybe the end of this year or the beginning of next year. No one really knows.
Yeah.
He hasn't announced it himself.
Let's say next year. I think he really didn't plan. Yeah, shout out to DB_Zen. He really, it's his plans didn't play out the way he intended them to. There's right now it feels like there's no sense of direction. First he got the Matic route, so he wanted to fork Matic. He worked on Matic for several months, and then something didn't go well with Matic, so he says, okay, let's switch over to DAG. He started looking into DAG, Hedera Hashgraphs technology. That's a very fast, but it's not on the blockchain. Distributed ledger technology is just like XRP. It has its own ledger. It's not actually on the blockchain. It has its own chain within itself. So the likes of ℏ, Hedera Hashgraph, and XRP, they have their own ledger, different from the blockchain, much faster, more coherent, efficient. So he looked into that. He said, okay, I want to create a hybrid chain. I'm going to use that DAG versus the Phantom code and put it together. And I got really excited, actually. I was like, okay, let me jump on the validator group. And Jack sent us some tokens to test, and I was helping them test. So I even became a validator node on that one. But I started validating. I'm in the background helping him test the blockchain and everything, me amongst several others. But unfortunately, the Phantom team, the people who started the Phantom blockchain, Jack became friends with them. I think eventually they found out, oh, this guy just want to fork our blockchain. So they said to him, no, this technology that we're using now, we're going to shut it down. We're moving over to something else. And it became a really sad, brick wall. Now we have to start at zero again. So eventually he left those guys. He said, okay, let me go over to Solana and see if Anatoly and them. Solana people were more welcoming, and they said, hey, if you want to fork our chain, if you want to do whatever, that's cool. We can help you. And that's where we are now with the Solana testing thing. I haven't got a validator on Solana because I don't understand much about Rust and proof, but there's always room to really learn and look into stuff and see where that could be. Solana is a good chain, highly centralized, always going down, but it's also one of the fastest and more popular chains these days.
It's very popular. That's the funny thing about Solana too. It's always going down, like you said. It always has bugs, but people never leave it. People just love Solana, and it's open, like you said. So okay, so it's actually good that you told me that. I didn't know that he was having. I know he was with Hedera 𝐻_bar, but I didn't know that he left it now and he's starting the process all over again. So that's what's taking a long time, right? He's doing everything on Solana or copying Solana for his own chain. Okay. So like you said, it's kind of all over the place. I know he has about 19 chains or so that he put Zen on. One of the ones that I'm actually really into is OP_Zen because the economics is 10 times faster than all the other chains. It's either 8 times or 10 times faster. I need to look it up. So he makes everything go 8 times faster. You know, Xen is supposed to stop printing a ridiculous amount of coins 8 years after it came out. So that'll be, it came out what 2022. So that'll be like 2030 when you'll start the crazy inflation rate. But 𝑂𝑝_Xen already has a it's APY. I believe it's already at 2% now, instead of 17% or something like that for all the other chains. And everything else just goes way faster now, right? So because of that, let me even share this right here. Because of that, the price has been going up now. So this is in the past month. So in the past month, it's gone up by about 30%, 40%. And every other token, every other Xen token, I should say, has not been going up, or has been stagnant or going down. But because 𝑂𝑝_Xen is doing better than the others, it's doing really good. It's doing as good as all the other cryptocurrencies. It's doing as good as Ethereum, I guess you would say, or even Pepe. Although Pepe is doing really well. Thanks for reminding me about that. Pepe is like one of the meme tokens that I'm definitely going to get into, for sure.
Yeah,
I like it more than 𝘰𝐵𝑢𝐻𝑚 and more than Dogecoin. But yeah, 𝑂𝑝_Xen is doing amazingly well. So that's why I tell people try to get 𝑂𝑝_Xen. It's really, really cheap to get into. I minted some earlier today for like 50 cents. And I think my prediction is that all of these tokens, all of these Fear crypto tokens, are going to do like 100x from its all-time low. So
that's reasonable.
Yeah, it's reasonable. I think it'll do more, but you know, because they're so unpredictable and they've never gone through their own bull market yet. I just say 100x, and from the all-time low. And if you invest in it now, that means that you're gonna 50x your money or 30x your money at worst case scenario. So I don't think there's anything else that you can 50x or 1x, 50x or 30x your money in a year or two, right? The bull market will reach its peak in about a year. I say the end of next year, maybe beginning of 2026. Nothing else that you can get into. Maybe if you got into Amazon really early, in 1999 or something like that, or Yahoo.
No one would have seen Amazon in 1999. Like, I mean, who was here to buy Amazon, Google stocks, and even early Facebook? People always tell me that stuff.
Yeah,
I was like, look, in March 2020, right, when the pandemic thing hit and Bitcoin dropped from 9,000 to like 3K. The whole market collapsed. Altcoins was like, you can look at Cardano at a penny. People were telling me, yo, look at Tesla stock. I'm like, what is Tesla? Tesla was at $85, the stock.
Yes.
And then within 12 months, by April 2021, it ran up to $800 a stock, a share. And, you know, people say, oh, you're missing out and all this other stuff. But I was like, yeah, but look at the same time frame. Cardano was at a penny at the same time. And by April 2021, it was at $2. So you made way more gains in crypto than, you know, the Tesla stock thingy. So, and what helped him really is crypto, because he saw how big crypto was. He kept saying, I like dogs. And the Dogecoin crowd followed him and they helped him buy the Tesla stock.
Right. You're talking about Elon Musk, right?
Yeah. It's not really legacy that really pumped that. You know, crypto has played a big part in it. That's why he was tiptoeing and having fun with it, you know, because he was like, yo, I can market my whole company to these crypto degens, because whatever I say, they'll buy it.
Yeah. Look at it. It was $28 in the middle of the pandemic, 2020.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
And
it just ran up $800. Yeah.
Okay, I guess
ran up big.
It went up $800. Like somewhere around here.
It went up to it went up to like $800. Like that year in 2021, the Tesla share was almost at $1,000 at one point.
Yeah,
it ran up big. Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah, so you miss all the opportunity. And the funny part is, this is monumental. Almost very few stocks do a 10x in a year. Almost none of them.
Yeah,
and yeah, almost every single altcoin, I guess you would say, almost every single one is going to do a 10x. Every single altcoin is going to do a 10x in the next year or two. So you have to search and try to find and like do educated guesses if you can find a stock that's like Tesla. Meanwhile, you'll have like 100, 200, 300 coins that are pretty much guaranteed to do a 10x, the same 10x that Tesla did. And Tesla was able to do that because there was a once in a lifetime pandemic that happened, right? That's the only reason why we're able to do this. coins, but crypto, it does this every 4 years. Every 4 years is going to do the altcoins, at least will do like a 10x, 50x one. Some coins do 1,000x, right? So it's kind of crazy that people don't really get into it. I understand it. The coin goes up and it goes down, and then people have lost some money. People feel like, oh, this is a scam, blah, 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 or it sounds too good to be true. But if you just study the fundamentals, just study the tokenomics of Bitcoin, it's very pretty. Bitcoin has been out now for 15 years, so it's not like it's new. It's very predictable.
It's old tech now.
Very old tech, yeah. In January, it's going to be 16 years, so it's a teenager, it's almost an adult, right? And then people are still skeptical about it, as if it hasn't been doing the same thing. It did the same thing in 2013, 2017, 2021. It's going to do the same thing again next year. So for people to not get into it, it's actually puzzling to me. I don't understand.
Yeah, you're just not gonna make the if you're looking for 100x gains. This is what I always tell crypto newbies who just got into the market. I'm like, don't look at Bitcoin, don't look at Ethereum. You know, you may make some money out of it, but what is it gonna do? 2-3x, go to 150K and then rug us again? I said, look into whatever's new. Like let's say the base ecosystem has very good fundamentals and they have very good marketing. These layer 2s, you know, something like base can take off. You know, something like Blast. I talk about the Blast network a lot. They pretty much offloaded a lot of people that was heavy on Ethereum. They using those layer 2s now. So stuff like Xen on base, that can take off.
Blast network, that's what you call it?
Yeah, Blast. Yeah, that's also another layer 2. Pretty much, they did their airdrop recently. They got another one coming at the end of this year. So that, you know, they pretty much competing with the likes of base and whatnot. So it could be big, man. Yeah, layer 2s. There could be a narrative. This upcoming bull market.
Yeah, that's really interesting. So what other coins beside, I know you said Pulsechain and Xen, and you said 𝐂𝐲𝐜𝐵. What other tokens are you heavily looking at right now that you think will do well in the next year or two?
I think the most underrated altcoin right now, I would say, to me, would be the Telegram's Toncoin.
Telegram, okay.
Yeah, Toncoin. You can see them right now. I think they number 7 or 6 or 7 at CoinMarketCap. They creeped up there really slow, and people didn't notice.
Really? Yeah, I've heard about
they have
them
very
before,
good tech.
I never paid attention to their token.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah, Telegram's Toncoin, man. It's a brand new blockchain. They're creeping up. You see, right now it's at $6. Yeah, like if you think the run Solana did or Avalanche, this can get up to those levels. You might see it at between $50 to $100 or $150 by next year sometimes.
Wow.
It can be huge. That's why they crept up to top 10 real big. If you look at their metrics and their marketing strategy, they're not like a loud community, but they they market themselves. You can see they all over X, they're all over Discord, and on Telegram as well. And it's super easy to use. You can download the Telegram wallet and just easily get into every single, like they're doing their meme coin phase now, as every blockchain does when they start. But there are several other projects there that are being built, like DEXs and all this other stuff. And it could be big.
Yeah, I heard about them, but I didn't know that they were this big. This is they're $17 billion market cap now.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's too good now. It's too powerful now. If I try to invest in it, maybe I'll only do a 5x or 7x. I know that.
Yeah, if you're looking for like a quick 10x or something like that, but within the next 12 months or so, this could be something huge.
Yeah, definitely. So what is this coin used for, though? Is it used for, because Telegram, of course, is a private network. What is this token used for?
They mainly model themselves. It's a blockchain. They mainly model themselves after Solana, pretty much. You know, they just another blockchain, as we have many now. And if you look at them, you see how they're using phone apps and all of these other things.
Yeah.
So they want to onboard people in crypto that don't need to sit on a desktop. Like you can do it from the comfort of your own home with just a mobile phone. This is why they're huge. I've looked into that, like the data, why they ranked at number 8, and I found out a lot of people they onboarding into crypto right now are just using Telegram or on their phones.
Okay.
So payments, yeah, USDT on Ton, you can see Tether. Payments can be made, but they trying to tap into the Shopify drop shipping market. And those people don't know nothing about crypto yet. But what they do have is some Telegram groups that do buy and sell on Amazon and all this other stuff. And imagine if you can use stuff like Toncoin or Tether from the comfort of their own home with a cell phone. Easily they can get into this blockchain without even knowing that they're here.
Yeah.
They're in crypto. Incredible. That's why this could be huge, you know. And you know, Telegram is popular, man. It's competing with X. Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely competing with WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, even the regular Apple Messenger app, Telegram. I get Telegram notifications all the time. So yeah, Telegram is definitely going to explode one day. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for telling me.
They got their own wallet. This is their MetaMask, pretty much. People are not paying attention, but this is equivalent to their MetaMask.
Yeah. Yeah, because they have what else? Let me see. They have they already have so many NFTs right here, and you said that they have like coins like USDT, right?
They have stable coins. They have a few dexes that I forgot the name of it, but there's one dex very popular that are being built there right now. And it's gonna be pretty much like their Uniswap and whatnot. And that one also has its own tokenomics, and you can be early. That I think it's at a penny or something. But I gotta go check it out. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a competing chain.
Okay. Yeah. They even have 55 different types of wallets. This is okay. Here's the Tether that you were talking about. Tether is on there.
Yeah.
With and it has $3 billion worth of volume on just the Ton blockchain. That's crazy. That's craziness. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, they're competing with the guy. That's why they creeped up in the top 10 right now. They were top 30, and within weeks they jumped into top 10. And people are not looking into them much because they thought it was like a pancake swap Binance kind of thing. But they're actually going after that Solana market.
Exactly. I was thinking more Solana. It gives me more Solana vibes.
Yes.
This is incredible. Okay.
Yeah. More faster, better tools, easy to onboard people.
Man, I wish I knew about it before. I wish I knew before the price.
I think we're still early though. At $6, this started at like $3 a coin or something. You know.
Okay.
And then now it's only did like a double or something.
Yeah, it started at $3 when it came out. What was that? 2 years ago.
$3.
3 years ago. I mean.
3 years ago, they were creeping up. So I think technically we're still early. I'm thinking the run that Solana did, or Avalanche. Remember when Avalanche hit $100 for the first time? Yeah. This could do that. Yeah.
Yeah. This could definitely do. Let me see, 17, and it's number 9. Yeah, I think the market is actually going to do very, very well this time. I think it's going to do better than the other times too, simply because institutional investors are invested now. Places like Vanguard and what's the name of that other one? I forgot the name. Vanguard and BlackRock already have their ETFs, their Bitcoin ETFs. So the funny thing is they were all talking trash about them 2-3 years ago. It was nonsense. Rat poison squared is what what's his name? Warren Buffett said. He called Bitcoin.
Buffett. Yeah, Buffett would never get into Bitcoin, man. That's like he's been investing since 1940s, so it's still new technology to him, you know.
Yeah.
But the likes of BlackRock and that, they understand now. Larry Fink, and they obviously they influence countries, and now you have countries like Germany getting in, and soon Bitcoin will be owned by just countries. They're going to be adopting it. And it could be a reserve currency. It could be what gold is to them, and that's why Bitcoin would always keep going up. Within this decade, you might see it at 750K at one point by 2029, you know, or even a million. Yeah. This is why, like us who are in the alternative coin market, we just gotta keep searching for that next treasure, like that next Bitcoin. It's kind of like an adrenaline rush. Like, yo, okay, I missed out on BTC. I wasn't here in 2010 or 2016, but I can be here now for Zen. You know, I can be here. Zen could be it for you, or maybe even Pulsechain or Ton, or whatever blockchain you really take a deep dive into and you put your chips in it. If you really look into the marketing, the tokenomics, and how far this can go, it can land us big, man. Because everybody is really after retirement in crypto.
Yes.
Yeah, people are tired of going to work.
Yeah, people are tired of going to work, and even when you do go to work, the inflation is destroying the prices of everything.
Yeah.
Every eggs are so expensive. There's a joke about that that you have to sell your jewelry just to buy eggs. It's getting crazy and it's getting annoying. And you listen to the politicians, they say they're going to fix inflation. Maybe they'll fix it, maybe they won't. But inflation is never going anywhere, ever. And they say that's supposed to be 2%, 3%, but it ends up being about 5%, 6% every year. It was like 10% during the coronavirus. So the fact that you're saving your money, you're a good citizen, you're doing the right thing, and yet the way the system works, they're still stealing 5% of your money every single year, nonstop. It seems like a waste, right? Meanwhile, Bitcoin, right, the most basic, slowest growing coin, Bitcoin, grows on average of about 70 to 80% every single year. It grows, if you average it out over the 15 years, it grows like 70, 80% every single year. Meanwhile, your dollar, the US dollar, right, is the world reserve currency, is going down 4 or 5% every single year. So it makes no sense to do that. And this is why people just really, this is why crypto is never going away. Bitcoin, it's not going away ever.
People are realizing it. I mean, it's modeled after traditional finance anyway. I mean, when Bitcoin started in 2009, a few months before that, the 2008 financial crisis happened. People committed suicide in the United States. The real estate market fell because of inflation and economy going down and everything. So the group, Satoshi Nakamoto, they decided, okay, we need to create a new currency that we're just going to put it on this blockchain and it's going to be like a vehicle. It'd be unstoppable. Nobody will stop it. And we'll make it deflationary. So the last Bitcoin will be mined in the year 2140. Most of us will be gone by then. So if they do it, that the idea was to create self-custody and network effect. And how do we combat these banks and middlemen? Because when the banks shut down, all your money is gone. This is why people were taking themselves off, killing themselves and doing all this stuff, because they lost all of their life savings and everything they trusted these banks. This is the reason why crypto is powerful. It's just the idea is for you to become your own bank and take the middleman out, where you can transact, buy and sell and send goods without anybody being really in the middle of that transaction. That peer-to-peer network, that decentralization aspect of it, people are finally grasping that. And it's money that doesn't inflate, really.
Yeah, it's the right way to do it, because the more that we talk about this, the more people will get into it, and hopefully it'll make the right decision. And I also have some comments from the subscribers. Thank you guys. The first comment I have is from Pulsechain that says, "Tell me your secrets." Nakamoto just said ton coin, so get into that. I'm definitely going to be looking into that. When it comes to my secrets, I guess, let me see. These are the coins that I'm heavily looking into. Of course, the Pulsechain, 𝐿𝑄𝐳, TitanX, but Pepe is a really good coin to get into. Pancake Swap is good too.
Yeah, even 𝐿𝐳𝐼. People are sleeping on 𝐿𝐻𝐼 too.
𝐿𝐻𝐼, yeah, 𝐿𝐻𝐼 coin is good. Swift coin.
See, something like I always tell people, look, something like 𝐿𝐻𝐼 can be on Cardano. You missed out on Cardano at 2 cents. If 𝐿𝐻𝐼 go to $1, there goes your 50 to 100x. You all right. So if you have like 100,000, 150,000 𝐿𝐻𝐼 right now, if it goes to $1, you make it up. I always tell newbies, like, stop chasing that $1 million bag. If you make your first 100K, 200K, you're good.
Yeah, 𝐿𝐻𝐼 is definitely one of those small. Look how small it was last year.
Look at that.
A third of a penny, and now it's 24 cents. So that's what
Yeah.
80x in 1 year, and it's so
Wow.
small. The
Yeah.
yeah, I need to
Still
get more.
early.
Yes, it's a $1 billion market cap, so it
Yeah.
can still
See,
do. Yeah,
stuff like this, you can easily see it at $2, $3, $5, 12 to 18
yes,
months from now, and you're gonna be wondering, man, we was looking at it at 2 cents. People don't
yeah.
realize it. This could be your next Bitcoin.
Yeah, I can easily, because I keep hearing about Jasmine Coin, Jasmine Coin. You're like the third person that talked about Jasmine Coin. That's why I even added it to my favorites. And I
Yeah.
can easily see it going to $100 billion, and
Yes.
that'll be 100x, almost guaranteed. This is not financial advice, of course, but I don't see no reason
Yeah.
why Jasmine Coin won't continue to grow.
Yeah.
Um,
It's easier, like you said just now, like it's easier for coins like this to go from this kind of market cap so low to like
mhm,
50, 10, 50, 100 billion easily than to
easily.
say, let's say Ethereum, where how heavy it is, hundreds of billions of dollars in market cap, to go to $1 trillion market cap. That's just, it can be unrealistic. So it's easier for coins that are so low and they have their market cap is so low and the communities are small, they're just brewing right now, people are building upon them. You might want to look into those ones because you get the most gains even though they are riskier.
Yeah. And so these are more, this has been around for about 3-4 years, Illuvium. This is
Yeah.
for games, and they even started doing television shows and different things like that, NFTs. So definitely get into that. I think the crypto gaming community is going to continue to grow. Hello
Yeah.
Coin, I think, is also good too. This one is specifically
Nice.
with TV shows, music, movies.
Yeah. Chain
Um,
GPT and the
Chain GPT, yeah. So this is of course a AI type app. And the good thing about Chain GPT and WAM also is that they're on BNB network. So you don't have to pay expensive fees to buy in and buy out. What I do personally is that I have liquidity farms in all these tokens that I have. And especially I like the liquidity farms in BNB because you can, make 50%, 100% APY while the coin itself grows too. So the value of the coin grows, and then on top of that, you still make another 50%, 100% every single year. And to make sure that when you do liquidity farming, at least on PancakeSwap, Uniswap too, when you do the liquidity pools, not necessarily farming. When you do the liquidity pools, you can make the pool margin very small, and the smaller you make the margin, the more money that you'll make. So that's how I'm able to make like 100%, 150% a year. But because the
nice.
margin is so small, it often goes in and out of this margin as the price goes up and down. But the good
It's
thing with
crazy how it's crazy
yeah,
how you're talking about making these margins like 150% a year. But
yeah,
if you talk to a no coin or someone who's not into crypto, they'll tell you the bank is paying you 2% a year, and that's so great.
exactly. This is crazy. So I'm just talking about how, and this is 150% on top of the price doing a 10x, 50x. So it's just
Wow.
insane when you talk about it, right? So the good thing about that is that with BNB, using the BNB chain, because the margin is so small, every couple of days I have to like move it around. I have to take it out of the pool and then put it back in the pool and do the right margins. So I only pay a fee of like 50 cents or $1. And if I did the
Nice.
same thing on Ethereum, Ethereum is more expensive. I'll have to pay like $20 or so every 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
So that's the good thing about that. But even, yeah, like you said, even talking about that, I'm complaining about spending $20 on something that's going to give me 150% APY. It's crazy.
Yeah.
No, annoyed
It's
players will be like, who
crazy.
cares? But
Only in crypto.
yeah, it's wild. Okay, next comment that we have is a great job, Benito. Thank you for this stream. And then Solo Main also says, hello guys. Yes,
Hello,
awesome.
Suleiman.
So, yeah, so I do have to leave soon. Nakamoto, is there anything that you want to tell people, or is there anything that you do, by the way, that's not crypto related? Is there any hobbies or something that you're interested in?
Soccer,
Okay.
basketball.
Okay, nice, nice.
I like getting into those hobbies outside of crypto. Do a lot of research too in terms of general market, world affairs. Because before crypto, I was mainly doing Shopify, block shipping, drop shipping, and all these other things. I really
Okay.
like tapping into that market. It's almost like a dream to see that market one day come into crypto, because this is a big market. And the world is headed that way anyway. People are gonna have to do the peer-to-peer buy and sell thing, not on the
Yes.
blockchain side, but just give me sugar and I'll give you flowers. We might get back to those days. And Shopify, and then drop shipping, and just the e-commerce. That's what I'm
Yes.
talking about. The e-commerce thing is I've been doing those for years. I'm just looking into them. Yeah. So I like buying and selling products and whatnot, to provide use case in the world in general. So yeah.
Yeah, I see that too with the advent of AI. I think that a lot more people are going to be having their own businesses and their own jobs, because that's the only way they're going to survive. They might not necessarily just be selling items on Shopify too. They'll sell that, or they'll also sell courses, or they'll sell entertainment. A lot more people are going to be forced to become entrepreneurs. So you might as well just
Yeah.
start looking at it now, because you don't have a choice.
Yeah. Yeah. I always tell people, man, learn how to buy and sell stuff,
Yeah.
goods, clothes, whatever. Just learn how to flip it, and then it could be a good side hustle.
Yeah. Okay. So Soleimane says Hex or eHex. I would say Hex, because everything does better, or is supposed to do better on Pulsechain. So get
Yeah.
Hex on Pulsechain. I think I have like $100 in a Hex. What do they call them? Hex mints, something like that.
eHex. Oh, the T shares. You mean the staking?
Yeah, this $100 in staking, and my stake is over
Yeah.
October of next year. So we'll see how much that
Yeah.
$100 turns into next year. So
It's pretty good. I mean, Hex, yeah, it can be powerful, man. I mean, if it goes back to 25, 30 cents, it could be big. And looking at it, I mean, if this guy walks out of court, Richard, he just filed a motion to dismiss.
yeah,
And I think he could win the case. If he walks out of court, all the eyes will be on Post-Chain, which
yes,
would make it more bullish. And people, like, money is sitting right outside of Post-Chain at the door waiting to get in, but people are just scared because of the SEC. So
yeah,
if there's an opportunity there, if the market flips and then he wins the case, billions of dollars could be flocking in, and you're gonna want to position yourself with the Post-Chain Hex and the PLS token itself. I mean, you might not get to a penny, but if it eliminates a 0 or 2, it could be life-changing for many.
for sure. I think he is going to 100% win the case. Maybe worst case scenario, he'll have to pay a couple $1 million for fines. But
Yes.
when that happens, either he dismisses the case or he pays the fine. Both Pulsechain and Hex will just explode in price. It's going to happen within like a few months after. So, but
Yes.
hopefully, hopefully this happens though before the bull market reaches its peak next year, 2026. Fingers crossed. But Nakamoto's great.
I'm targeting winter, maybe winter 2025. Post-Chain,
Same,
stuff like Post-Chain, and even Xen can take off.
yeah, same here. I think it's going to reach the peak like October, November 2025. That's why I'm going to try to. My plan at least is to start selling in September, and maybe I'll sell like 10, 20% every single month. I'll start selling in July, June, and I'll sell like 10, 20%. And then I'll do that all the way until December. And I'll just sell everything in December.
And hopefully in between also we can get a reversal from Xen. Like, like for example, Ethereum Xen was at what, 4 zeros and or something last year in April. If it goes back to those levels and you've been scooping up slowly from now, I mean, you can make a easy, like you said, 100x or something like that would be that's reasonable.
Definitely. Yeah, I think if he comes out with X1 the end of this year or beginning of next year, I think it should shoot back up to that price that it was in
the burns. We need large burns. That's the only way. Like you mentioned OP-Zen earlier. I think that's the only way OP-Zen could really take off, because if people burn it in a massive scale, there's only a few trillion of it circulating, so it can easily go back to 4 zeros or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, Nakamoto, it was great talking to you. Sorry I couldn't do this longer. I have another appointment that I'm supposed to go to, but it was great talking to you. Let's do this again for sure. Let's do this again.
Definitely, man.
Whenever you're free. Okay, awesome.
Definitely.
Thank you.
All right, guys,
let the people know where they can find you, your Instagram, your YouTube, anything like that.
Oh, okay. At Crypto1 Nakamoto on X, Twitter, and YouTube, just channel name Nakamoto Crypto. Has been up for 4 years. I mainly talk about DeFi projects and crypto and state of the market in general. So yeah, man, come check me out. Shout out to you all.
Okay, awesome. Thank you again.
Yeah.
All right, see you.
All right. Peace.